Don't forget to subscribe!
Hey everyone, it's me, Hanya Furude. I want to point out that Sean Schemmel is the voice of Elliot Grant from Tokyo Mew Power, and Elizabeth Maxwell is the voice of Arisa Iwatani on Fruits Basket Brotherhood. I also forgot to mention that Glitter Ace and Super Saiyan 4 have many simple similarities. For example, Glitter Ace has limited time to be in her form, 5 minutes at most. And by gaining the knowledge of history from the Golden Crown of Wisdom, there is no limit for her to stay in this form. As for the transformation, Natalie is 11 years old and Goku in GT is 12. And for their transformations, Ace is 17 years old and Goku is 52 years old in Dragon Ball Super. And also, I would also like to point out that there was another character we forgot to mention, Mr. Turtle from Dragon Ball Z, who is voiced by Chris Mr. Popo Cason. Turtle is just a giant turtle. He possesses little martial arts skills, key abilities, or anything unusual traits. And Turtle's power level is 0.001 early in Dragon Ball Z, as revealed when Bulma tests Raditz Scouter in the Vegeta saga. This is most likely a joke, as in a later filler episode, Turtle easily fends off a pair of young men to protect Marin using Toshio's turtle style. On a similar note, he used a move similar to rapid movement to stand in front of Marin against the aforementioned 2 men before beating him up. And with that out of the way, let's... Sabat!
Team Pikachu Productions!
Welcome back everyone to a new GT and Classic Dragon Ball video. I'm Natalie the Lifelight, and this is my partners, Sophie, Caesar, and Pikachu. And in this video we will talk about the Super 17 Saga returning villains that Goku and his friends defeated over the years, starting with Classic Dragon Ball, the adventures of Kid Goku, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, to see how they will appear in the Super 17 Saga. So let's get started off, but first let's talk about Elise, Goten's girlfriend. Elise is first seen when out on a date with Goten when she said that her previous boyfriends had never taken her out for ice cream before, and humorously, she thought she was supposed to eat ice cream cones with a spoon. Mr. Satan arrives on the scene and quickly makes a fool out of himself, and after Goten finds Elise face to face with Baby in a human body, he fights the machine mutant only to be taken over. And Elise then watches the possessed Goten as he flies off, calling him mysterious. And in the Super 17 Saga, Elise is seen on another date with Goten when they are attacked by Pui Pui, a former villain that has escaped from hell. And after Goten kills Pui Pui, they are attacked by Yakon, who is killed by Trunks. And after this, she witnesses Goten and Trunks killing Android 19. And I think Jade Saxon would be a perfect voice for Elise because she done Carla on Fairy Tail. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about the villains from Classic Dragon Ball like Mercenary Tao, the Red Ribbon Army, Raditz, Nappa, Dr. Wheelo, Lord Slug, Turles, and Misfit Minions, Dodoria, Zarbin, the Jinyu Force, Frieza, Kane Cole, Cooler, Super Android 13 and his team, Babidi, Daburda, Spopovich, Dr. Mew, General Rildo, Doltaki, that are in the Home for Infinite Losers, and the movie characters in Jinyu. We are not counting Broly, King Piccolo Sr., King Boo, because he's reincarnated as a good guy in Super Janemba and Garlic Jr. Villains from Classic Dragon Ball! We will now talk about the Classic Dragon Ball villains that King Yenma sent to the Home for Infinite Losers. First on the list is Mercenary Tao. He is voiced by Kent Williams. Mercenary Tao has killed many of innocent people, and he tried to kill Goku and his friends. However, he got mixed up in a result with his brother, Master Shen.
Dead!
Next on the list is General Blue. He is voiced by Sonny Strait. General Blue is a Red Ribbon Army general and mass murderer. He executes his own soldiers for failure, cowardice, and for disciplinary measures, and as a result, he was killed by mercenary Tau.
Dead.
Next on the list is Staff Officer Black. He's voiced by Chris Sabat. He was shot by Commander Red in the head, and he attempted to use the Red Ribbon Army and Dragon Balls to conquer the world. Unfortunately, he was killed by Goku.
Dead.
Next on the list is Captain Yellow. He is voiced by Andrew Chandler. Captain Yellow was a Red Ribbon Army captain. He was unfortunately killed by Goku.
Dead.
Next on the list is Major Metallotron. He is voiced by Chris Wagner. Major Metallotron is an android enforcer who most likely killed several people, and he died when his batteries ran out.
Dead.
Next on the list is Captain Dark, who is voiced by John Bergmeyer. Captain Dark is a Red Ribbon Army captain. He was killed by Master Roshi.
Dead.
Villains from Dragon Ball Z, Super, Resurrection, F, and the movies. First on the list is Raditz. He is voiced by Justin Cook. Raditz killed a farmer, and he tried to kill his brother Goku, his nephew Gohan, Piccolo, and everyone on Earth. Then he was killed by Piccolo and fought with King Yenma after dying. And he was also partially responsible for the destruction of planet Shik, along with its inhabitants. In Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, Raditz is revived by Piccolo by using the Dragon Balls in age 763, and after being defeated by Piccolo, agrees to his suggestion to train with the Dragon Team. Though with the understanding Raditz will go back to his evil ways if he surpasses them. Next on the list is Nappa. He is voiced by Phil Parsons. Nappa killed Piccolo and everyone in his city. Tien Shinhan and Chaozu died trying to stop him, and he tried to eliminate Krillin and Gohan before being defeated by Goku and killed by Vegeta. He is seen tearing through an entire naval fleet in an air force. And he was responsible for ravaging several planets as a member of Frieza's army. He was also responsible for the destruction of the planet Shik and its inhabitants, along with Raditz and Vegeta. In Kakarot, Nappa is revived by Gohan using Dragon Balls in age 763, and after defeating him, Nappa agrees to train with him in the Dragon Team, though only as long as they remain superior to him in power. Next, we have Dr. Wheelo. He is voiced by R. Bruce Elliott. Dr. Wheelo is an evil mad scientist that conducted many evil experiments and tried to steal Goku's body, as well as trying to kill him along with his friends and family, which included Master Roshi, Krillin, Piccolo, Bulma, and Gohan. He was killed by Goku.
Dead.
Next we have Lord Slug, who will be voiced by R. Bruce Elliott, since the original voice actor for Lord Slug, Bryce Armstrong, passed away a year ago. So please press F to pay respect. So Lord Slug tried to kill the Dragon Team, and he probably killed many people. Although he was absent in GT, he made a brief appearance in Fusion Reborn. He was killed by Goku.
Dead.
Next we have Captain Jinyu. He is also voiced by R. Bruce Elliott. And Captain Jinyu is the leader of the Jinyu Force, most likely responsible for the deaths across the galaxy. He was killed by some of his own recruits, and he was killed by Boo, but however, his death was undone. He was killed again, this time by Vegeta.
Dead.
Next we have Goldo, who is voiced by Greg Ayers. Goldo is the smallest member of the Jinyu Force and tried to kill Gohan and Krillin, and he was also responsible for the deaths across the galaxy. He was killed by Vegeta. King Kai invited him over to his planet to fight Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu, and Chaozu defeated him and sent him falling to hell.
Dead.
Next on the list is Turles. He is voiced by Chris Patton. Turles is a Saiyan space pirate leader who was killed by Goku, and he appears in Hell in Hachiyaku's Galaxy mode in the video game Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2.
Dead.
Next on the list are the Misfit Minions. They are voiced by Paul Slavins, Mark Lancaster, Jeff Johnson, and Robert Mccollum. The Misfit Minions are Turles' fighters, They were all worked for Santa until they did horrible things to get sent to the land of misfit minions. They were all killed by Goku for wasting their friends to figgy pudding.
Dead.
Next on the list is Dodoria. He is voiced by John Swasey. Dodoria is Frieza's henchman. He was responsible for the deaths of millions alongside Zarbon, including Namekians. He was also responsible for the deaths of Bardock's crew, and Dodoria was killed by Vegeta. However, in Kakarot, Gohan uses the Dragon Balls in age 763 to revive Dodoria so he can spar against him and convince him to change his evil ways. And Dodoria agrees to behave after Gohan proves himself stronger by defeating him.
Next is Zarbon. He is voiced by J. Michael Tatum. Zarbon is Frieza's right-hand man, and he was responsible for killing millions alongside Dodoria, including Namekians, and he also tried to kill Vegeta but died trying. In Kakarot, Gohan uses the Dragon Balls in age 763 to revive Zarbon so he can spare against him and convince him to change his evil ways. And Zarbon recognizes Gohan's power is superior after Gohan defeats Zarbon in his base and monster forms. Though, unlike Dodoria believes he can mold Gohan into the next galactic emperor, though Gohan realizes that Zarbon will behave himself regardless, as Gohan himself has no intention of seeking galactic conquest. Next is Recoome. He is voiced by Chris Sabat. Recoome is one of the members of the Ginyu Force and was responsible for the deaths of many people of several races. He nearly killed Gohan and Krillin, and he was badly beaten by Goku and finished off by Vegeta. And he was invited to King Kai's planet to fight Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu, but was defeated by Yamcha, sending him falling into hell and belly flopping into the bloody pond.
Dead.
Next is Briner. He is also voiced by Chris Sabat. Briner is another member of the Ginyu Force and is just as responsible as his comrades. Badly beaten by Goku and finished off by Vegeta, and he was sent to King Kai's planet to fight Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu. And Tien defeated both him and Jeice, sending them falling into hell. And it is noted in the Funimation dub that he had killed hundreds of Saiyans.
Dead.
Next on the list is Jeice, who is voiced by Chris Sabat as well. Jeice is another member of the Ginyu Force, most likely responsible for the deaths across the galaxy, and after he was killed by Vegeta, he was invited to King Kai's planet to fight Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu. And Tien defeated both him and Briner, sending them falling into hell.
Dead.
Next on the list is Frieza. He is voiced by Daman Mills. Frieza is the evil galactic tyrant and emperor who was responsible for billions of deaths, including the genocide of Saiyans. He controlled a vast army and empire who did his bidding. He murdered King Vegeta, Bardock, Cargo, Vegeta, Dende, Guru, and Krillin. He tried to kill Goku, Gohan, Nail, Piccolo, and future Trunks. He was mortally injured by Goku on Namek and rebuilt as a cyborg. He is ultimately killed by future Trunks. In age 779, Mecha Frieza is sent to Earth's Hell by King Yanma as punishment for his actions and is cocooned in a tree in a flowery meadow located in Earth's Hell, guarded by the Angels of Hell, who torment the tyrant by singing songs and holding parades, which Frieza is considered to be absolute torture as he loathes anything wholesome and pure. He is later freed from Hell by Sorbet when he revives Frieza using the Earth's Dragon Balls and restored to his first form via an advanced medical machine. Frieza trains, obtaining his ultimate evolution, which he dubs Golden Frieza, and invades the Earth with his army to take his revenge on Goku and his friends. He destroys North City and later the Earth, which Whis erases the destruction of Earth using his temporal do-over technique, which allows Goku to kill the tyrant using his Dash Kamehameha to prevent the Earth's destruction. And afterwards, Frieza is returned to his cocoon in Earth's Hell through this time in his completely organic body. In the manga extra featured in the Warriors from Universe 6, it was revealed that he resides in Earth's Hell along with his subordinates Sorbet and Kisame after his second death. He later leaves Hell to help Team Universe in the Tournament of Power and is revived by Whis as a gift from Beerus for helping them win.
Dead.
Next is Kane Cole. He is voiced by Jason Douglas. Kane Cole is Frieza's equally evil father, who is most likely responsible for millions of deaths across the galaxy. He is killed by future Trunks.
Dead.
Next on the list is Cooler. He is voiced by Andrew Chandler. He is Frieza's older brother and was also responsible for millions of deaths. He was killed by Goku twice.
Dead.
Next we have Android 13, 14, and 15. Android 13 is voiced by Chuck Hoover. Android 14 is voiced by Chris Ragnar. And Android 15 is voiced by Josh Martin. Together, all three of the androids were actually created by Dr. Gero's supercomputer, and they tried to kill Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, Krillin, and everyone else on Earth, causing destruction on it and tried to destroy it. Android 13 was killed by Goku, Android 14 was killed by future Trunks, and Android 15 was killed by Vegeta.
Dead.
Next we have Babidi. He is voiced by Duncan Brannon. Babidi is Bibidi's doppelganger evil wizard and mass murderer who controls others and has them do his bidding. He is killed by Majin Buu and was seen in hell watching the final fight between Goku and Kid Buu.
Dead.
Next on the list is Dabura. He is voiced by Rick Robertson. Dabura's strength prior to becoming a Majin is unknown, but is stated by Shin that even before Babidi took control of him, Dabura was the strongest being in the demon realm. Before encountering Majin Buu, Dabura himself believed there was no one in the universe that could match his power. Next is Spopovich. He is voiced by Andrew Chandler. Prior to his encounter with Babidi, he is shown to be at least strong enough to fight Mr. Satan competently before being beaten as well as qualifying for runner-up. When encountering Videl a year later, he was shown to have access to various key abilities as well as flying. It is heavily implied that his being able to fly and use key attacks was the result of Bibidi's magic. Next we have Dr. Mew. He was voiced by Duncan Brannon. Dr. Mew is an evil machine mutant scientist, and he was killed by Baby.
Dead.
Next is General Rildo, voiced by Andrew Chandler. General Rildo is a machine mutant that killed thousands. He went to Earth in Dragon Ball GT, and was killed by Goku, Trunks, and Pan.
Dead.
Next is Dotaki. He is voiced by Barry Yandel. Dotaki actually runs away from planet Lude and retreats to planet M2, where he attempts to report about Lude's destruction to Dr. Mew with excuses that avert his follies, but instead finds General Rildo in the car, surprising and scaring Dotaki. As Dotaki attempts to excuse himself in fear, Rildo launches a key blast at Dotaki for his failure and treason, killing him once and for all. Next we have Cell. He is voiced by Damian Clark. Cell is an android creature who was responsible for the deaths of an unconfirmed number of people, even Goku, King Kai, Bubbles, and Gregory. They died when Cell blew himself up on King Kai's planet and an entire squadron under the Royal Army. He also killed future Trunks twice. He plotted several times to destroy Earth and its solar system as well as all the residents, and he was killed by Gohan.
Dead.
Next we have Bojack, who is voiced by Andy Baylor, aka Bob Carter. In the Dark Heat arc, after being empowered by Gohan, future Trunks, and Cabba's combined power, Bojack was swallowed by Rage and Negation, allowing Babidi to brainwash him, which surrounded Bojack with a dark mist. His arrogance and sadism skyrocketed alongside his power, claiming himself as the king of the universe. However, he was ultimately defeated and killed by the Saiyan trio.
Dead.
Next we have Zangya, who is voiced by Colleen Clinkenbeard. The three Galaxy soldiers team up against Gohan and gain an advantage against him with numbers on their side. Later, when future Trunks, Piccolo, and Vegeta arrive, Zangya pummels Trunks while he is tangled in Bito's psycho thread, with Bojack finishing him off. With only Gohan still standing, Zangya and the others paralyze him with the same technique until his father's words urge him to continue fighting. Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 and easily breaks the threads surrounding him, causing
Zanya backing away in fear. Bojack attempts to distract Gohan by pushing Zanya in front of him and shoots an energy spear through her at Gohan, killing Zanya.
Dead.
Finally, we have Hirudegarn. He is voiced by Robert McCollum. And prior to fighting, or transforming, Hirudegarn was capable of trading blows and gaining the upper hand over several Z fighters like Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and Potential Unleashed Gohan before seemingly being overpowered by Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and emerging into a more powerful form. Then there is also Super 17, who is voiced by Chuck Huber. The merging between the two Android 17s caused their body to be perfected into the ultimate android that Jiro had originally intended 17 to be, with power surpassing Cell. Now that we have gone over the returning villains, next time on the Dragon Ball Marathon, we will talk about the Shadow Dragons and the final villain of Dragon Ball, Omega Shenron. Don't worry everyone, the next episode is going to come out about the Shadow Dragons and the cracked Dragon Balls.
Later on, the time has come to explain about the final villain of the Dragon Ball series of this remastered marathon and the Shadow Dragon, so be sure to super smash that like button and get this video to 50 likes. And it's a great way of helping out this channel since YouTube's ad system is broken as hell. And be sure to follow Natalie on Instagram at Pikachu and Sonic 222 and her DeviantArt, which is the same as her username Pikachu and Sonic. Anyway guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends. Please take care and thank you for watching us, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye!
Team Pikachu Production!